making a record can be a long, arduous grind of a process, and I'm completely amazed at the way the four of us were able to, and our engineer Danny Kaub, even though he's asked me to not mention his name because he's top secret. You know, I can mention his name anyway because it's an alias. So, yeah. But the musical collective that was in the studio that enabled this record to come to life. I mean, I've been in a lot of situations. It was all musical, all the communication, the dialogue, what was going to tape, every part of it was musical, and everybody was very sympathetic and patient and understanding with each other, with our attempts, whether they rose up and made the record or didn't. It was real safe. Everybody was really safe to go out on a ledge. You know, Jason was I was here in 1998 in Austin, and the driver who was taking me to my venue for the gig, my band in the back, I was in the front seat, leaned in and asked if he could play me his demo, and I obliged. The demo crushed and was just amazing, and so I befriended the band. And he was the guitar player in that band, so he and I are guitar geeks, so we were instant friends when we met, and I helped get them a record deal over time, and they made a record called Juan Santo Condo, and it's a must-have record. There's Juan Santo Condo, and there's songs like Strip the Feel and Lorelei and is it Dandelion? Wish I Was a Drug. I mean, it's a great record front to back, so grab that. Actually, I probably should have talked about that record. That probably should have been my record next time. But get it. And they put out a record, and they ended up breaking up. And Jason came in 2005 to play on Both Sides of the Gun, which is a record of mine. And at that session, he told me about these guys. And so just by his description, I trust his musical taste implicitly. So if he says something is great, it's great. They came down the next day and recorded a song that made it onto Both Sides of the Gun. And the chemistry that was involved in that song that went down, I recognized right away and knew we had to revisit it. And so this record's a product of revisiting that chemistry from Both Sides of the Gun. Now, the way they met is a whole other story.
Yeah, we met here in Austin, actually. I've known Jesse for about 10 years, and he's played with some other friends of mine, and then Jordan played with some friends, and then the three of us were in a Led Zeppelin tribute band for fun called Pudge Zeppelin, and we played together, for doing fun gigs for, I guess, three years or so. And so that's where we kind of really developed our musical chemistry. And I'd always admired Jesse, Jordan not that much, but when I got yeah, no, I was like, no, I'm kidding. So when Ben joined it, we already had our chemistry, and then Ben comes in, and it was just a really instant match. Some things work out musically or relationship wise or whatever, and some things don't, but this did really immediately, and so it was great. We were super excited to get back. When we started the process, we just talked about let's get in the studio and see what happens. There wasn't talk of a band, there was no band name, there was no record plan, there was no anything. It wasn't on the map, and 2 songs became 4 songs, and 4 songs became 6 songs.
By about the 4th song, I was like, we're a band.
Yeah.
If we're not, we're foolish.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe it was 5 songs, but pretty quick it was like, this is something that has to.
happening down here?
No, that was in Los Angeles.
We're all
Yeah.
based out of LA now.
Well, I got a laundry list,
Yeah.
from Sun Records and Graceland. Well, I guess I don't have a laundry list, but I mean, that's
It's a quick laundry.
Hey man, I got a lot of dirty
In and out,
laundry.
in and out.
Yeah. No, where else have I been musically speaking? Some of the places though, like I don't like to talk about, even though I've done the grave thing. That's kind of not. I've never been happy after I've left people's graves, so I kind of don't count them as musical sites. Although you and I talked about Sunhouse's grave because Jason Schusterbauer, our dear friend, brought me there, and it was a profound experience. But that's a kind of, I don't know, that's a bit odd of a thing, but. God, the Hendrix, the Experience Hendrix Museum is great too, and things like that up in Seattle. And yeah, that museum, it's a great museum. And Abbey Road in England is one that's just, you know, it a must cross the crosswalk kind of a thing.
Yeah. How about for you guys? Any place?
Just the Mall of Americas, really. We did go there.
The Sam Goody store?
Yeah.
In the mall?
Spencer's Gifts. We haven't traveled yet that much, so in this unit, but yeah, I mean, I think no. Mall of America.
That's your answer.
That's my final answer.
You reach for it.
Yep, reach for the buzzer. My dad is from a tiny town called Wortham, Texas. It's like 800 or 900 people. It's where Blind Lemon Jefferson is from. It used to be called Streetman. And there's there were two cemeteries. There was a cemetery and then a black cemetery. And my dad took me there really young to see that grave and talking about the grave thing or whatever. But I knew it meant something at the time. And then over time, as I've, got a sense of what his music led to and then, how it kind of affected my musical, looking back on that's probably the biggest one. And then I went to Hitsville, and that was mind-blowing. I cried there like a baby.
Yeah, I went to Hitsville as well. That's another, Detroit.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's mad. The old sign was still up when I went.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I don't remember that.
Schusterbauer again, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I better talk.
You better
talk for Jesse.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Jesse went to the Crossroads.
Yeah,
I did.
He actually tried to flag down a ride, didn't he?
I was lost, and I look up.
But
and it says Crossroads.
nobody seemed to know you. Everybody just passed you by.
He fell down on his knees.
I think he right down on his knees.
It's crazy.
That was
I
mad.
stubbed my toe, and I was in a ton of pain.
Little known that great blues legend of a song is about a bass player.
It's about Jesse Ingalls. It's unbelievable.